Online mechanic tip alert. Online mechanic tip alert. That's right, fellas. I have another one for you guys. All right, I'm getting ready to replace these tensioner struts, they call them, on this Chrysler 300. They could be called something else on different car, but this tip apply to any car, okay? Dealing with front suspension part. Let me show y'all exactly what I'm talking about. All right, now guys, I hear a lot of hammering going on when people doing these tensioner struts. It's not necessary, guys. Okay, I assume what they hammering on, just say if you're replacing this tensioner strut, it's worn, the bushing is worn in it. Okay, yes, naturally you would take the bolt off, but also naturally the strut will not come right out of the knuckle on its own. It may need some reinforcement. You may have a certain urge to grab the biggest hammer you have and start banging right here. In fact, you can see what somebody has once been banging. I don't know what they're replacing, but no need for that, guys. No need to do that. Here, I'm gonna show you, this is an online mechanic tip. Grab your, well, it looked like a 13-16 inch socket. What we wanna do is get the nut off first. Surely the nut would come off because it's stabbed inside of this, so it's nice and tight. The shaft is tight. All we wanna do right now is get the nut off. Let's do it, guys. All right, guys, I have my impact here. Let's get this nut off of here. All right, now what we don't want to do, we don't want to take the nut all the way off, guys, because what I'm going to do here, let me place this on, grab me a good 3 or 4 threads. I want to leave it right about there. It's fine. Okay, guys, remember, no hammers, no need to bang right here to get this tensioner strut to pop out. Let me show you an online mechanic tip, one tip that I utilize pretty much on a lot of suspension work, because you know, guys, if this gets stuck, it's try to turn this whole shaft. All right, but what we're trying to do is get it to release from here. Now some will grab their simple tie rod puller, and that's okay. That's what you're supposed to grab, although it's not a tie rod, or yeah, not tie rod, Pitman arm puller. Some would grab some form of a puller, guys. They do make tools for this. All right, I don't have mine, and I don't tend to grab it to use on this, because here's what I do. Now that same socket you use to loosen this, grab that and grab you a hammer. Remember, you don't have to be too careful with this because you're replacing it, right? Now, depending on if you have new nuts, that's a different story. I have new nuts and a tensioner, so I don't care about either. They are used and going in the trash. So grab the same socket you use to grab hold of this, and grab your hammer, guys. Stay tuned, let's get it. All right, guys, here we go. This is the tensioner strut I'm trying to remove. Use the same 13-16 socket that you use to unscrew it from the shaft. All right, see that? Now put your socket right there, tightening it up. Don't tighten it, but just bring it up some more. You don't want that much space in between it. Grab your hammer and simply do one of these numbers, guys. See that? Y'all see it went up? Yes. Okay, now it may take more than 2 whacks. I actually got lucky. The other side I've already done. It took me about 5 whacks. But again, all you're doing is banging on this shaft, which you're getting ready to replace anyway. There's no need to be careful with that one. Look at that. Yes, guys, I love it. All right, so online mechanic tip, guys. Stay tuned for more. Comment and subscribe for more. I'm here to bring you even more online mechanic tips. All right, guys, I got more work to do. We'll talk some more. Let's get it. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Real quick, I want to go over something with you guys real quick. All right, we're getting ready. We did a hub bearing right here. I just want to show y'all real quick. We did a hub bearing real quick. So I want to show y'all this warning that some of the companies give you guys before you go and do this. I do not want you to make this mistake that my coworker did. All right, so look, guys, pay attention now. Follow me here. This is the hub bearing, right? Okay, this bearing turned out to be noisy, guys. You know, a hub bearing can fail in many ways. They can be either noisy or loose. Okay, so you grab the wheel at the 6 o'clock and 12 o'clock position. If you detect any movement in that wheel, you likely have a hub bearing issue. All right, now if you're hearing noise on this very same side, you could still likely have a hub bearing issue. All right, now that's not nothing new. It's been that way for years. But what I want to show you guys or bring to your attention is this. Guys, heed this warning, guys. You see this? This part actually came. This is a Duralast part. All right. Now I'm a big OEM Mopar fan, guys. So I tend to use OEM parts. My coworker, he just seems to not care. We use whatever the cheapest. Guys, cheapest is not always the best. Remember that, okay? To me, quality matters, guys. Quality matters. Okay, guys, heed this warning right here. I want y'all to pay attention to this. All right, that's a big warning on this Duralast part. Mind you, let me remind you, this is not OEM, this is Duralast. Do they make good parts? Don't have any clue. I don't have any idea. I think I used some brake pads before. So, but the name alone simply implies quality. Okay, so they're gonna put a lot of thinking into their parts, especially if they offer things like lifetime warranty. Guys, I've always been a firm believer. If a company gonna offer a lifetime warranty, they're gonna put some quality and thinking into their parts because they don't want to lose money. Now, let's talk about this warning again. Y'all see this? That big stop sign? There's a big stop sign right there, guys. What they do not want you to do is to use a impact, okay? When you install your brand new hub bearing and you go and put the axle nut on, guys, this is a no-no. Try not to do this. I know speed matters, quickness matters, but guys, there's a torque wrench right here. They highly recommend you use a torque wrench to properly torque the axle nut, okay? Do not use an impact like my coworker, all right? So, heed that warning, guys. I like this. Duralast. They came through. They will give you warnings. No impact, fellas. No impact. Use a torque wrench. Now, what is the torque specs? I don't know. The guy that's installing it do not know. So, we'll have to look that up, guys. But for the application you're working on, I highly suggest you look up the torque specs, all right? So, what we're gonna do is wrap this up. I just wanted to give y'all that warning, guys. Y'all know who I am, JT with Online Mechanic Tips. I'm here to give you tips, and this is one of my recommended tips. All right, guys, that's all I have, man. Let me go on down here to the other side. Thanks for watching.
Tension and stress. These little suspension parts right here. This tension and stress. It's one on each side, and they tend to the bushings. And I really should move this cover off, but let me grab a pry bar and see if this thing's moving. Oh, wow. That is a little too excessive, too much moving. And you can see the bushings actually coming out of this one. Oh, wow, look at that. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is one of the parts I would recommend. Don't stop there. Look over the whole suspension system because there may be more. But that is a known wearable item, so we definitely gonna go with that tension strut. And